Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlords. And oh baby, I am so excited. The game is only like 12 days away from coming out in early access. We'll get our hands on the campaign and I just cannot wait. If you guys are looking forward to my Bannerlords content, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be covering the game as soon as I get my hands on it, and hopefully that'll be a couple days before release so you guys can get a good idea on it. As well as that, I am also doing a giveaway, so if you guys want to win yourself a free copy of Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlords, click the link down below in the description and that'll take you through. Basically, it's completely free to enter. You just have to follow me on Twitter, subscribe, obviously make sure you hit that bell notification and a few other things, and you can go ahead and enter yourself into that raffle, and I'll make sure to give away that key just before release so you guys have time to download it, as I know not everyone's internet is amazing. So in today's video, what I thought would be really fun to do is go ahead and basically set it up so that we try and send my computer to the moon, see how well Bannerlords actually does run. And if you guys don't know what I'm doing right now, I'm currently playing a mod. This is called the Enhanced Battle Test mod, and basically it allows you to create these really awesome scenarios in the game and kind of just pit these massive armies against one another. You can basically set yourself 3 different groups of infantry, archers, cavalry, whatever you want, and make yourself an army. I'll leave this down below in the description as well. If you currently have access to the beta of Mount and Blade Bannerlords 2, then you can go ahead and mess around with this as well. It's really simple to install. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun just to basically kind of, have like 3 or 4 battles. We just constantly ramp up the numbers and see how well my computer can handle it. As I know, again, a lot of people are wondering, how big can the battles get in Bannerlord? Well, I'm sure we will find out today. So I've set up a pretty interesting battle to kick us off. We have, about 1,000 men on the battlefield. That's nothing, crazy. I would say that's probably what, you would expect from this. But this is still, 1,000 soldiers. That's a lot of people. So we've got, obviously, sorry, I'm an idiot. I've put a bit too few here. So let's go ahead and just add a couple or an extra 100 on either side. There you go. Maths is hard early on in the morning. You can see my FPS up in the top right hand corner, and yeah, let's just dive into this battle and see how well the game does run with 1,000. So if this is our beginning marker, we're going to have to see how well we run off of it. So my forces are obviously going to be set up like so. We've got some infantry in the back. We've got obviously other units right there. Now we'll probably split these guys out a little bit, so send the other guys there, some guys here as well. So basically just forming up my line, and the enemy should be charging me as well. Yeah, I gave these guys some swords and javelins, so they have these huge bastard swords on their back, which will be amazing to see. And whilst not, well, let's go ahead and stick these guys into like a shield wall, because I believe shield wall is fixed in this mod, as it was a bit of an issue. So let's just form up a shield wall there and see how far we do get into it. And yeah, maybe you guys can come a little bit closer as well, like so. That'd be awesome. So we have a nice little line. The enemy is getting closer and closer to us. I'm just going to kind of get out of the way so we can watch this battle unfold a little bit more exciting. But yeah, so far, 42 FPS, 45 FPS, 48 FPS. I mean, like almost basically 60 FPS. Above 60 when I look away from the battle, so that's always good, but obviously you do not want to do that. So let's go into cinematic mode and see how our FPS does handle this. You can see there's a lot of enemies and our shield wall is buckling under the pressure. The men are falling back, and that's not good. But yeah, so far 40 FPS, looking clean right now as the enemy come flying in to my lines, and we begin to fight. And yeah, it does seem like the shield wall is performing a lot better now, which is great to see. These guys are whipping out their huge swords. Man, I can't wait. I still don't know what faction I'm going to play in the game quite yet. So yeah, do keep in mind the AI, is going to be having some issues. This is a multiplayer beta, which we're currently messing around with. This is a mod for a pre-release multiplayer beta. I'm sure there's going to be issues with the way units interact with one another. However, I'm pretty sure these guys aren't throwing themselves into the battle because there's already a ton of units in the engagement. So that's kind of why they're sitting back. This one poor soldier getting absolutely demolished. And you can see the battle line. So let's just tell everyone to charge now. Apparently I'm dead. Let's go back. Oh, wow. Did he not send in his elite bodyguard? Oh, wow. The AI did not send in his elite bodyguard. They look amazing, though. Look how awesome that bodyguard is as well. They're actually following and protecting him. That's really cool. But let's go back and let's tell everyone to charge now. we'll get the infantry in. And I also send in my second line. It seems like these guys have been slaughtered, though, as we push down. And we can even dismount and get ourselves stuck in a little bit so you guys can see a bit more about how we are set up and how well the battle does perform when you're actually kind of in the thick of it. So let's actually just try and make our way into the thick. I'll try and save some of our men. But yeah, so far it runs pretty well. You know, not the craziest FPS, but still not a bad FPS whatsoever. You know, this is still very manageable. This is a huge battle, probably bigger than most people will be having in the game, to be honest. You know, how often do you think you're going to be running into? Not until like the, you know, probably late parts of the mid game are you going to be rocking up with, you know, over 1,000 soldiers in the battle. So yeah, pretty good. Oh yeah, and also something I probably should have mentioned at the beginning of the video is my computer setup. If you guys want to compare yourself to my computer, I don't really have the like craziest computer in the world. I love shield bashing in this game. But my computer, I have an i7-8700 series, so a pretty old processor. I have a GTX 1070 Ti, and I have 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. If you are interested in what my computer setup is. So, you know, a pretty decent computer, but nowadays not like top end anymore. So hopefully that will give you guys some satisfaction. And again, do keep in mind, 1,000 men is a lot of soldiers. And unless you're looking to like go for some crazy mods and stuff, I'm sure you'll be able to run, you know, the average battle, until you get into the bigger ones, will be a lot smaller. So there we go. You know, ran pretty well. Fun battle. They're just surrounding the poor saps now. Oh my god, look at that. They've completely enveloped them. That's hilarious. And they're just bringing them down now, bit by bit. These poor brave souls stuck in the middle there. Don't stand a chance. But yeah, cool. That's probably enough of that one. So yeah, overall, pretty decent performance. So now let's increase the number size. So we did 1,000. Let's do a little bit more. So I'm probably going to change up the faction a little bit so each battle feels a bit more interesting. And I'll probably ramp up the battle size to like, 1,500. Let's see how well that does. Okay, guys, so I think I've got it sorted now. I was having a few issues with getting all the soldiers to spawn, but now I've got 1,600 men, so we're increasing the battle size by another 600, which, you know, is a lot of soldiers. And I'm starting to feel like my FPS is going to start to struggle just a tad during this one. But we've got a good setup. I've got 400 legionaries on the front line with 350 kind of support infantry, and then 50 brand new recruits who are going to be earning their chevrons today. Going up against us, we have 400 guard, 350 tribal warriors, and I've also given them all kind of like, you know, upgrades and stuff, so they have like larger shields and interesting stuff. So let's jump into the battle and we'll see how this one runs. I'm feeling like this is going to kind of tank, because 1,600 is a crazy amount of men. So let's actually just advance forward. Our legionaries kind of get them a little bit more spaced out. We've kind of got our men back there as well. And the AI isn't going to charge me because we're playing this mode, which is actually kind of cool, because it means we have to go to them, and we have a nice little kind of bit more of an interesting setup. So I can actually kind of like spread my men out a little bit more. So we'll bring up our lighter infantry here. Perfect. So let's close the distance on them and see. Make way for the Centurion. So let's just kind of advance forward a little bit. I guess we'll put our lighter infantry on the front lines and maybe our recruits like really far forward. But so far, you know, before anyone's really clustered into one another, 30 FPS with this many men is pretty good. Oh yeah, all my men are thrown their javelins now as well. Perfect. We can close the distance there. Sure, actually, let's get the legionaries in first, because they're the big boys, right? These guys are heavily armored dudes. I think they've already thrown all their javelins as well. Actually, yeah, let's get our recruits up there, and we'll charge the recruits in for honor and glory. Why not? I can also just switch over to the enemy side as well. So our recruits have a lot of javelins, actually, and they're repping it over. So I don't think the AI wants to do this. I don't think the AI wants me to be hammering away. So let's just go ahead and select, I think it's everyone. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, they're just going to charge anyway. They're charging, boys. Hold the line. Our poor recruits are going to get smashed. Let's get our men up here, our reinforcements up there, and let's watch this battle. So this is 1,600 men, and you can see, yeah, around about 1,600, things get a little bit crazy. But it's to kind of be expected, you know. But it's playable. Definitely is playable. And for the most part, you're probably not going to be running into situations where you're fighting in a choke point like this with this many men. But even still, 20 FPS, that's playable. And I'm recording at 1440p, so, you know, like, that definitely, you know, adds 10 FPS if I'm not recording, so pretty impressive. Oh my god, bro. Look at these guys. They're slaughtering me. I love the look of these Eastern units as well. Am I dead? Oh, no, I am still alive. Let's get stuck in now and see what it's like in the thick of battle, because it does teams seem to change the battle sometimes. Let's just tell everyone to get in. Do we only have an axe? Oh, we have a sword as well. Let's try and defend the Emperor. But yeah, I mean, my FPS is actually a bit better, because we were sitting around 20, but I guess people have died as well. So when you are just in the midst of the engagement, things are a little bit crazy. So let's just come around the side, see what we can do. And I think what we'll do in the next battle is we'll play this in first person, and we'll see how that runs it as well. Come, this weapon is slicing away. These guys with their two-handed swords are scary. We'll do some shield bashes there. But yeah, the FPS is actually better when we're on the ground, which is great. And I'm sure they'll add in a few more optimization stuff as well. But yeah, 1,600 people, handleable. You know, we lagged a little bit, but, you know, nothing too crazy, if I'm honest. Nothing too crazy. Definitely something that we can handle. And yeah, that's very exciting, because again, 1,600 is probably stuff that's going to be like max-size battles for unmodded. You know, 1,600 is probably a lot of men on the field. Because like really thinking about it, actually, like 1,000 probably isn't going to be that crazy, because you know, all you need is like 500-man armies on both sides. And in Warband, I swear you used to be able to get, you know, like the big commanders were rocking around with 300 or so. The smaller ones were only like 50 or 70, so it wasn't too crazy. Oh God, this guy is using his shield pretty effectively. Luckily, he ran off though and was about to die. Yeah, so I guess this is probably more of what you'd be looking at, because I was thinking of it like 1,000 on one side in the previous video. Okay, so there we go. That seems to be a pretty, pretty nice. Let's ramp up the unit size once more. So let's go up to 2,000, and we'll see. We'll see how well our computer can handle that. So I think it's just 5. Yeah, no. Ooh. Okay, let's do that. So that's 2,000 right there. And I guess we'll just stick like, I don't know, like 2 men in these. So it's just over 2,000. And let's just dive right back into it. Same units, because I love the legionaries. I think I'm going to be fighting for the Empire, if I'm honest, but we'll have to see. Oh my God. First things first, let's, oh, I mean, look at that ranks, you know. That's 1,000 big boys right there. That looks pretty scary. Pretty scary indeed. So let's go ahead and obviously we will jump back in and we'll advance our army. Yeah, footmen on there, please. And we'll get these guys a little bit closer. And we can even let's form a shield. Let's form like a shield wall on these guys as well and see how well they perform. We'll probably play defensive with these guys this time. So what we'll do is we'll shield wall with these guys. And then what I'll do is I'll switch over to the other commander. We'll get him back. And we'll get these guys up into a cool formation as well. Why not? So let's get these guys up. And we'll form these guys into like a shield front. Or a, yeah, let's do this formation with you guys. And let's just get you guys a little bit closer as well. I know you're taking a bit of missile fire. But I want to get these guys just a tad closer. To like there in their cool formation, and then we'll stick, I don't know, like these guys just a tad closer as well. And I want to take a cool screenshot really quickly, because the Romans look, oh my God, they're basically Romans, right? That looks so cool. The formation, so let me get a real nice bird's eye view. Oh, I mean, just look at that, man. That is yeah, that is pretty insane. So let's, I guess we'll just tell them to charge in. I guess these guys will be the aggressors. So let's jump back in, and we will just tell everyone to charge. And we'll see. Wait, that was supposed to be everyone charged, not just him. I think I maybe selected the wrong guys. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he's going to be charging in by himself. Not going to be too effective. There we go. So now we can see the armies coming in against the glorious line. And again, my FPS is really solid. You know, it is dropping down. I've only the extra like 400 men. I only dropped my FPS by a little bit. Is that everyone? Wow, it really seems like there's a lot fewer of them. In the battle, things do start to drip down. But that's 2,000 men, right? That is 2,000 men. Let's go in for ourselves, and let's throw in the footmen as well. So we'll just tell our footmen to charge in as well. They are ripping through my lines. So yeah, 2,000 men, it does seem like, you know, my FPS is definitely dropping down. But again, also keep in mind, I am on max settings as well. I'm on max everything right now. So, you know, my FPS, and I'm recording, like, you know, I could definitely, you know, if things get crazy or I want to do some crazy modded battles, I could definitely drop it down. Because, yeah, my FPS is down to, like, 14 if I just run into the midst of a battle as well. Into first person. Yeah, like, you know, this is playable. Don't get me wrong, this is playable. But, oh god, that guy's going to destroy me in first person. Yeah, this is playable in first person, but, you know, like, battles are very rarely going to probably play out like this. And I'm actually getting a little bit of motion sickness as well, going in that first person with that zoomed in. I need to change my FOV for sure if we're going to do that when the game actually comes out. Because I do love first person. I think it's really cinematic, especially when you're like sieging stuff. I think that becomes really exciting. Again, pretty impressive. Now units are dying up to 20 FPS. So pretty goddamn impressed with how well the game is actually running and how big the units are. Okay, so next time, I think after we've done this, we definitely have to go ahead and do a 3,000. Let's see if 3,000 just blows my computer up, because yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. I really like this map as well. It's got a nice little choke point like Thermopylae, so I will take it. Wow, so that's actually a really nice move there. A little shield bash into an axe throw. I also really love as well the combat, like you can, like, half the time when you like do a different direction, it does. We got taken down there. That's fine, though. Is the enemy commander? The enemy commander is still alive as well. I love the way these guys look as well with their huge great swords. Let's see if we can take down some Empire scum. Oh, this guy keeps on blocking, not against me, though. There we go. Oh, my God. This thing does 100 damage. Oh, my God. And it does actually do multiple kills as well. Because I want this sword to, like, literally cut through people. It does. It, like, seems to, like, cut down one person. And then, like, stop halfway through the other one. No one wants to duel me, though, by the looks of it. No, we'd probably embarrass ourselves. Okay. We've seen that. Okay, let's really ramp things up then. One last time. I think this will be our max, because I imagine this will not handle it too well. And I'll also probably increase the soldiers per rank, so we have, like, 100, so it's, like, what? 4 line, yeah, basically 5 lines of infantry. That'll be fine. So we'll be pretty dense in our lines, but yeah, 500 man apiece. That is 1,500 on either side, 3,000 in total. If this runs like playable, I'll go up to 4,000, but I don't think it will. I think 3,000 will be pushing the game pretty heavily. Hopefully it will start, because it might even just not even start, but it's been running pretty well, so I'm ambitious. However, that kind of brave warrior is no longer moving. So maybe we have just pushed it a little bit too much, and you know, pre-release of early access just won't rock it. Yeah, I think we've come to the end. Yeah, the game's not going to run this. That's fine, though. What I'll do is I'll load in and we'll try like 250, and that'll be our last go, or 2,500, and we'll see if we can get that running. So bear with me a second. Okay, so it seems like that, for whatever reason, whenever I try and go over 2,000 soldiers, the game just doesn't like it, and it just crashes. I think it might be something to do with this battle limit that I have on, or the game has on. Right here, the battle size is 1,000. Maybe that means that they can only have 1,000 either side. But I think my computer definitely could have pushed up to at least 2,500 before really just like imploding on itself and creating a black hole. But yeah, like just before we end this, you know, I wanted to have another battle. Let's just dive in. I've set up a pretty interesting engagement right here. We're just going to have a pretty fun fight. It's going to be a lot of javelins coming in immediately on both sides. Basically, we're just going to charge in and have some fun and see how this one turns out. I mean, we still, again, have a bunch of soldiers. Again, I'll move on this side as well. We have some cavalry as well. And then you guys charge in as well. So, again, we'll just have some fun with some cavalry. Oh, my God. Okay, well, I think my computer has found the solution to black matter and is now creating a black hole. I don't think this is supposed to be happening. But what a great time to end the video, I think. So we found out that Mount and Blade Bannerlords in its current state can have over 2,000 soldiers, I think, pretty comfortably. Again, I think I have a pretty average computer nowadays, so definitely looking forward to how that does run when the game does come out. Obviously, when the game does probably come out, I'm sure we'll be adding in more optimization, we'll be adding in better AI stuff, and what you just saw there will not be the case. Like, again, a lot of the maps we are playing on in this mod are not supposed to be played yet. I think there's only like 3 or 4 maps in the multiplayer, and half them Sergeant maps we're playing on aren't like finished yet. They still have lots of time, so that's why you're seeing bugs and stuff like that turning up, and I'm sure Tail Worlds have got that stuff internally for the release of early access in about like 2 weeks, I think now, which is so goddamn exciting. So yes, guys, if you do want to go ahead and win yourself a free copy, use the giveaway link down below in the description. Obviously subscribe and hit that bell notification if you are looking forward to more Mount and Blade Bannerlords, and maybe if this video gets like 400 likes, I'll go ahead and do another Mount and Blade video tomorrow, and maybe we'll just do like the ultimate charge against maybe like 500 legionaries against 1,500 peasants or something. We'll just do some like crazy large scale battles if that's what you guys want to see. As always, massive shout out to all my Patreons and my YouTube members. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.